The views and opinions expressed on the following program are not necessarily those of the staff and management of Salem Media of Hawaii.
Welcome to Hawaii Money Resource with financial advisor Marko Muskovic.
Marko Muskovic is registered representative and financial advisor of Park Avenue Securities LLC, 7 Hanover Square, New York, 10004, and at Wealth Strategy Partners, 677 Ala Moana Boulevard, Suite 720, Honolulu, Hawaii, 96813. This show is for informational purposes only. Individual risk tolerance and investment objectives must be reviewed prior to making any specific recommendations.
And now your host, Marko Muskovic.
Welcome back. You're listening to Hawaii Money Resource. My name is Marko Muskovic, Senior Partner at Wealth Strategy Partners, also Certified Exit Planner. You're listening to Hawaii Money Resource every Wednesday night, 5 p.m. to 6 p.m., 760 a.m. or 95.1 FM. You can also listen live and stream live at hawaiimoneyresource.com, hawaiimoneyresource.com, or second website is businessexitplanninghawaii.com. BusinessExitPlanningHawaii.com also has all the resources you need to operate your business, and eventually in one day you sell that business and exit in style. Hawaii Money Resource, been around on the air since 2011, and what we did in last 7, 8, 9 years, we actually interview a lot of business owners. We try to pick their brain. We try to live through their experiences so you out there can learn something new. So if you are looking to start your own career, to start your own business, and you're not happy with where you're at right now, Hawaii Money Resource is a good resource for you. Today we have a guest, Rowland Chaulk. Rowland is the owner of F45 Training gym. So Rowland, welcome to Hawaii Money Resource.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Rowland, before we talk about you personally a little bit, can you please give us a 30 seconds overview? What is F45? Sounds very aggressive.
So F45 stands for Functional 45. So it's a fitness studio. We do 45-minute workouts, functional type training. We combine HIIT, circuit, and interval training. It's a fast, efficient, high-calorie burn type workout.
Perfect. Thank you. Rowland, now let's talk about you as a person first before we dive into the business ownership part of you. Again, where are you from, Rowland?
Originally grew up in Kansas.
How long ago did you arrive to Hawaii?
So I've been in Hawaii almost 6 years.
And I guess you like it so much you didn't want to leave.
Sand and sun. Nothing to complain about.
And people, right?
Exactly.
Perfect. Rowland, it's like living on the mainland and coming to Hawaii, it's a big difference. You're a little bit slower here. People are nicer, weather is nicer, everything is nicer. But there is pros and cons living in Hawaii. How did you overcome all that and decide to stay?
You just got to accept it for what it is. There's certain there's lifestyles that happen and that are part of the culture out here, and sometimes things just don't get done as fast as you want. Certainly in the business environment, permitting, building, that kind of stuff. You just got to learn to accept it and
go with the flow.
Yeah, exactly.
Play by the ear.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Rowland, how do you? I assume running a business takes majority of your free time. How do you balance your personal time with your professional life?
It's
okay to say there is no balance.
It goes in spurts. I love what I do. I absolutely love what I do. So my personal and my work life almost flow hand in hand. I truly believe in what we're doing, our cause, our people. I love my staff. I love. I hate to call it a product, but I love the product that we have out there. It changes people's lives. Mm-hmm. So I really kind of live and breathe the F45 brand. Not to say there are days. I'm exhausted at the end of every day. My day starts at 4 a.m. and usually doesn't end until 8, and I'm pretty much asleep at 8:01. So,
right. There's no energy for anything else.
But I love what I do, and that's not to say I don't get some free time, here and there. But when you love what you do, it doesn't feel like work.
Perfect. I know you are 100% committed, and the reason I know that if you're not 100% committed in F45, you will not put a tattoo on your hand, on your arm.
I wore a long sleeve on purpose, and I guess it still shows. Or a sleeved shirt.
No, like
yes, they branded me.
I don't, since we're running this show since 2011, we had like probably close to 500 guests, business owners, entrepreneurs, people that breathe and sleep, business and all about business. You're the first one that has the name of the business tattoo on themselves.
You're observant. Yeah, they branded me. It's for me. When I found this company and I got involved with it, I knew that it was more than just a brand or a business or a means of making a living. It really is about a lifestyle and about setting higher standards for yourself in a way and a way of living. And for me, F45, it's all encompassing.
It's a lifestyle.
It absolutely is for me, and I would dare say for a lot of people that are going over there. Not for everybody, but it's a culture, it's a lifestyle, and it's something I believe in, and it's something that I will always believe in.
And we're gonna talk about it later on in like next segment. We can talk a little bit about like how people approach exercising and workouts. They approach it from a different angle, and that's why usually there's no results or a little bit of results, and they go back into their previous stage just because they don't accept it as a lifestyle. They think it's just a term, like you do it for like 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, and then you think you're done. It's actually need to be a lifestyle, need to be a part of the everyday routine, need to be something that you need to do all the time in order for results to be there.
Yeah, absolutely, and being healthy, being active is a lifestyle, and I think obviously there's no lack of data out there that you probably shouldn't sit on the couch and eat potato chips all day. We're very unique in the fact that you will get a different workout every single day that you come in. It will be a different style, different workout. You'll never ever repeat the same workout.
Confuse yourself.
It'll be muscle confusion. You'll confuse yourself, but at the same time, what that does is that prevents you from getting bored, and that's a big hurdle in most gyms, most studios, most facilities. Is even when you're working out by yourself, you get bored. You tend to do the same thing, same exercises. Same exercise 100 different ways. But boredom is a monstrous factor for people, stopping what they're doing, and we've got a very unique program in that it's a new playground every day. That is literally what we laugh about internally. Like, hey, what's the playground going to look like tomorrow? And it's different every single day.
Perfect. Before we go in the first break, do you have any like I know you just said that you kind of like 4 a.m. to 8 p.m. and then you're done. For that little time that you have, that 1 minute before you sleep, do you have any hobbies other than what you do?
I like to be outside. I like to be outside. It's Hawaii, whether that's catching 45 minutes on the beach or a hike. I love hiking Coco, getting up there to the top, being able to see the whole island. Feeling the breeze on you, just getting that quiet and that peace and just taking it all in. So, I'd say anything outdoors I really enjoy.
Perfect. Today's guest, Rowland Chaulk, owner of F45 Training. First facility is open. Where is it? Where is the location?
Kahala, right across from Kahala Mall.
Perfect. You're listening to Hawaii Money Resource. We're going to take our first break. Once we come back from the break, we're going to continue a conversation with Rowland. Stay tuned, and we'll be right back.
We will rock you. Sing it! We will rock you. Buddy, you're a no.
760 KGU.
Part of the Wall Street Business Network.
Dad is a verb, like catch and hug and listen. It's not just something you are, it's something you do, like laugh and read and play. A message from the National Fatherhood Initiative. Have you been a dad today?
In many countries around the world, medical care is scarce. From birth defects to serious injuries and illnesses, countless millions have no access to safe surgery. Mercy Ships is there to help. With a team of volunteer professionals, nurses, surgeons, utilizing state-of-the-art hospital ships, Mercy Ships provides free surgeries for the thousands of those who are waiting for surgery at each port.
Mercy Ships is bringing services to countries that would otherwise never be able to access those services.
We just see people that need help. You realise that they have no way of getting help, and I want them to know that they're loved.
Help make a lasting impact and turn someone's fear into joy. Find out how you can help by visiting our website at mercyships.org for more information. That's mercyships.org.
Once upon a time, there was a business owner who worked hard and watched his company flourish. Then came the time to sell his company and retire in Palm Beach. But the path to his happily ever after was full of pitfalls and monstrous taxes. Whatever was he to do?
It's not a fairy tale, and the wrong strategy can deprive you of a storybook ending. I'm Marko Miušković, and I know about business valuation. I'm also a specialist in business exit, asset protection, and estate planning. Visit my website, businessexitplanninghawaii.com, and I promise you'll find more than just a trail of breadcrumbs.
BusinessExitPlanningHawaii.com is an online resource designed to help you prepare for the final stage of your business's life cycle. At BusinessExitPlanningHawaii.com, you'll have no trouble at all finding workshops, podcasts, videos, articles, and more. Your happily ever after is just a click away at BusinessExitPlanningHawaii.com.
Every single year, millions of average Americans like you have their personal lives virtually destroyed. In an instant, you could lose control of your bank accounts, credit cards, and worse, your very reputation can be stolen and violated. If you or a loved one is a victim of identity theft, FastIDRecovery.com can help you get it all back. At FastIDRecovery.com, you can put your trust in experts in the field of credit score restoration, IRS fraud resolution, document and ID replacement, and more. Without a fully managed protection and restoration service like FastIDRecovery.com, it can take hundreds of hours and thousands of dollars to reclaim what identity thieves have stolen and fix the chaos they leave behind. Your peace of mind is as valuable as your assets, and FastIDRecovery.com will get everything back, including your sanity. Relief is a simple click away at FastIDRecovery.com. That's FastIDRecovery.com.
You're listening to Hawaii Money Resource with financial advisor Marko Miušković. If you'd like to speak to Marko, either on the air or after the show, call toll-free from Oahu and the Outer Islands, 877-695-2102. That's 877-695-2102.
Welcome back. You're listening to Hawaii Money Resource. My name is Marko Miušković, Senior Partner at Wealth Strategy Partners. You're listening to Hawaii Money Resource every Wednesday night, 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Hawaii Money Resource been around since 2011, and what we do, we interview business owners and entrepreneurs, try to live their business experience through them directly, so you out there listening can learn something new. You can learn something that you can maybe implement in your business. Maybe you can get inspired to start your own business and start your own personal career and work for yourself. Today is nothing different, but before we go back to our guest today, let me remind you about our website, Business Exit Planning Hawaii. We do have events coming up shortly, so we are encouraging you to go online and RSVP for our business owner events that are coming up. Please RSVP. Seating is limited, and we want to make sure that our last event for this year is going to be fully packed, and we have all the business owners that would like to exit their business in one point in the future in the room listening to our exit advisory board comments and answering the questions and making sure that we're sharing all the tools necessary. BusinessExitPlanningHawaii.com. Please go to the website and RSVP for this event. Let's go back to our guest today, Rowland Chaulk, owner of F45. F45. It's a workout facility or training. The website is F45training.com, right? /Kahala. Kahala is the locations that they are operating from right now. You can also follow them on a Facebook. It's F45 Training Kahala, and also Instagram F45 Training Kahala. Rowland, we talked a little bit about you personally. I appreciate that sharing with us and our listeners. Let's talk about a little bit how this all started. How did you get into this industry?
Well, I was involved with another fitness franchise prior to F45. I got out of that brand, was looking around, stumbled somewhat, so to speak, on the F45 brand, read up on it, went and tried it. There were none in Hawaii. I had the closest facilities had just opened in Los Angeles. So went to Los Angeles, spent a fair amount of time in the LA area, trying the product, for lack of a better word, just going to different facilities that they had open and trying it over and over and asking myself, hey, if I remove myself, if I'm a customer, what do I think here? How is this? Do I like this? And I loved it. The answer was I absolutely loved it.
So you tried it as a consumer.
Absolutely.
But before we go into that part, like, how did you end up in this industry to begin with? Like, was that something like passion or what?
Yeah, I've been in the franchising industry for about 17 years. Early on, food is hard to do, very challenging. I did that for a long time. It slowly transitioned over into fitness, which I felt personally was a much better fit for me. I enjoyed it more. Not that it's any less work, but you're really making an impact on people's lives. You're changing people's lives for the better. And not that feeding people's any lesser of an endeavor.
Right, you can do it like with the food as well.
Yeah. But
maybe less, but
right.
So I guess you've been a franchise. So the franchise concept works for you.
Yeah, it's a system, and if you follow the system, it works.
Franchise is not a bad route to go, right? It's you get a system, you already had a brand, you just need to turnkey, you just need to go and execute it. Who will be the good people that should explore? What type of personality people? Like, maybe you can describe yourself. Who are the people that will be a good fit for franchise?
I think personally, I'm a macro guy versus a micro guy. So I think you got to understand. I think it's super important to understand your weaknesses. I think that's very important to understand what you're good at and what you're bad at. And for me personally, I'm good at the big picture stuff, and I know for a fact I'm bad at the details. So when you get into a franchise, the details are worked out for you. The details have all been worked out. You're basically buying into a proven system. Doesn't guarantee success.
Right.
You're still going to have to work your rear end off. It's still your business. You still have to market. You still have to do the things you've got to do. But a lot of the microscopic things that if you were starting something from scratch have all been taken care of.
So instead of going from the hoops, like learning everything from your own experience and going through the trial and error, and trying to figure out the details and waste, I can say, for lack of a better word, waste time that you can go turn into the franchise and have everything in a package.
Yeah, and you also have the support of the parent company as well when you need help. For the most part, you've got somebody there to answer questions, help you out, kind of push you along. So
I guess you started 17 years in a franchise business and slowly transitioned from food franchise to exercising and fitness franchise. You were involved with a different franchise group before, venture off, come across F45. Tell me a little bit about F45. How did you find it? How did you find it? Did you actively look, or you kind of like opportunity presented?
Yeah, no, I was actively looking, and I think that's I think most entrepreneurs are always curious by nature. They're always looking. They're always out there, kind of with the radar, screen on. Mm-hmm. And so, no, I was actively looking. I happened to stumble across it one evening as I was just searching out. I think, if I recall, I Googled fitness franchises, and there's a lot of them out there, and I looked at a lot of them, and I didn't.
So it's a good point that you're saying you were actively looking for it. Like, was there any requirements that you kind of write it down on the paper? It says, this is what I want, this is what I'm looking for, and I'm looking for someone to meet this. Or it was just like, okay, let's see what's available.
I don't think I necessarily wrote them down, but in my head I knew what I was looking for. I was looking for something innovative. I was looking for something cutting edge. I was looking for something with technology. I was looking for somebody who was always kind of looking forward down the road versus getting complacent with where they were. And even when I say, even a little bit of an edgy, sexy type brand, and F45 fit all of that criteria. So
first time you come across them, how was it? What happened?
I came across it. I put in, I looked it up. I did some internet searching. I mean, that night I put in my inquiry to inquire about becoming a franchisee. I didn't waste any time with that, because it really did catch my eye. Although I hadn't taken, I didn't know what the product was yet. I knew what it was, but I hadn't tried it personally.
You had a gut feeling.
Yeah. And then I think it was within a week I was in Los Angeles, because they had just launched in the United States.
And they're originally from?
I'm sorry?
Where they originally from?
They're originally based out of Sydney, Australia. Sydney, Australia. United States is one of the last markets they entered, and they had just entered Los Angeles and set up a North American headquarters there. So I went there, within a week's time of putting in my inquiry, and started going around to the limited number of facilities they had opened, recently, and just put myself in the consumer's shoes and said, hey, how do you like this? How do you feel about it? How does it make you feel? Is it a good workout? Do you like the programming? And the answer on everything was just absolutely.
How did you compare it? Like, did you compare it to what was your experience up to that point? Because you look like you didn't start working out yesterday. You look like you've been working out for a while. So it's like you probably compared the experiences you had maybe with the prior franchise, maybe from your personal experience.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I compared it with everything I've done in the past and everything I had researched, and without question, F45 was different.
Let's talk about those details, because that's kind of exciting. Like, people want to. This is like giving them inside scoops.
Right.
Like, what was the first thing that you said? Like, wow, this is different.
Well, the first thing you walk. I mean, there's absolutely nothing that plugs in the wall. No outlets required. So every single piece of equipment, when you walk into an F45, is a functional type piece of equipment. There's no treadmills, there's no stair climbers, there is nothing that plugs into a wall. So eliminate the electrical equipment. There's no mirrors. Our saying is no treadmills, no mirrors, no egos. We're group personal training. We're not a competitive environment. We are here to improve you, and we do that as a team. The only person you're working up against is yourself. You're pushing yourself, but you have the help and support of our team of people who are very knowledgeable and know what they're doing.
So you say it's not individual. You don't go there by yourself. It's in a group setting.
That's correct. Group personal training up to 27 people per class. We've been getting more than that, because we have a lot of people interested, and we're new, and people have been liking the program. So we can accommodate more than 27, and we have been. So
it's interesting. Like, traditional gyms are mirrors, elliptical, machines, tools, singling out people and working on their own. Like, so I guess like working in a group will help with the energy, help with the motivation. There's no mirror, so nobody checking themselves in the mirror while they're working out, right? So like you said, no egos.
Yep.
So yeah. What else attracted you when you started? Like, is there any technology that follows?
Well, there's technology within the business systems. Certainly, we have an app that our customers can use. They can book they can book their classes through the app. We have our Lionheart, which is a heart rate monitor specific to our program that the customers can wear. It'll give them an immediate readout after class, heart rate, how long they were in the 80% zone, how many, calories they burnt, which a lot of people like seeing that. They like that kind of immediate gratification, the data. Hey, what did my workout look like? Did I push myself hard enough today, etc. So the technology was there. They continue to evolve with their technology, which I love.
So F45 corporate provides with all the tools, right?
F45 provides us with all the tools. They train us on how to use those, and obviously get them out to our customers in the right way.
Perfect. So now, like, starting the business, like especially in Hawaii, it's not an easy task. Unfortunately, it's not a secret. Everybody knows that we are like ranked probably in the bottom of all the states, United States, for operating the business. Unfortunately, it is what it is. Even though we have the most businesses, small businesses in United States per capita than any other state, we are still like not doing anything to help the small business start the process faster, even though there is a lot of tools out there. Who helped you in the process of starting the business? Because you still need to go through the regular hoops. You need to get all the licenses, you need to get locations, permits, build-ups, financing. How did you do that part?
I credit any of my success to the people I have within my organization. So I have a couple of key people that have been with me for a fair amount of time, for several years. And once again, going back to my statement, I'm good at the macro, I'm bad at the micro. The regulatory requirements, the licenses, the permitting, all that stuff, I'm terrible at that. So I have people within my organization that handle that stuff for me, thankfully. And they,
are they part of the franchise, or they're part of your direct organization?
No, they're part of my direct organization.
Okay, so they helped you from the beginning. How painful was that initial process?
It's painful. I mean, it's you have to push every day. I mean, the inside joke is it's a miracle that we opened our facility in 6 months. I mean, and it wasn't there was a lot of work to do there, but certainly there's probably other parts of the country where it would have gotten done in 90 days. Just because it's just things work on island time here. No, it was very painful. It was 7 days a week of me and my team members physically working. We were working not just on permitting. There was stuff behind the scenes. We were painting walls. We were ripping out sheetrock. We were taking loads of sheetrock to the dump. I mean, it was an all-encompassing effort.
How did you motivate these people to stick with you? Like, and if you want to say hi to them, it's absolutely okay. Like, how did you motivate them to buy into this?
Hi, team. I think faith is believing in something that you can't see yet, or that you don't have proof of. And I think you have to paint a vision, and you have to be able to sell that vision. I don't like the word sell, but sell that vision to your team.
Transfer the vision.
Yeah, to your team. And, the team of people that I have working with me, they are 100% of the reason for our success and the success of this studio. I wouldn't be here right now without them. So the credit goes to them, and I'm just fortunate enough to have them on my team.
Before we go on our break, how is the finances secure? Because for starting the franchise, it's not free.
Right.
You need to buy the franchise, or buy the license, or buy the territory.
Right. To be honest with you, after 2008, I gave up on financing, traditional bank financing, lenders. Every project we do, we self-fund, or we do through private equity, which is, private individuals, venture capital type folks. We don't, to be completely honest with you, we don't even apply for traditional bank loans.
What is the benefit of doing that, or what is the downside of doing that?
Well, the benefit is much less red tape. A lot fewer hoops to jump through. timing. Things get done quicker. The downside is, with traditional banking, you might be able to secure a 5 to 8% loan. Doing it through venture capital or private equity,
10 to 12.
10 to 12, and sometimes up to 15. But if the project makes sense and it's going to return more than that, then it
and
makes
it's usually
sense.
for a limited time, so it's not permanent.
Right.
So you want to get out of that like as soon as you can.
Yes.
And for someone, if someone is like starting the business, how do you find these people or these groups?
I think
how did you do it? Like through your personal observations, your friends? Like how did you come across?
Yeah, and the right project with the right people attracts the money. And the saying, it's never a lack of resources, it's a lack of resourcefulness. So if you're excited about your project and you have the right people involved, the financing
energy goes.
Yeah, exactly. Like attracts like, and but you have to be excited, you have to be passionate about what you're doing, and people will see that and like, what are you, and that's
what's going on.
Yeah,
exactly. Perfect. Why don't we take our second break for today? Today's guest is Rowland Chaulk, owner of F45. F45 Training.com/Kahala. Location is in Kahala, across the street from Kahala Mall. You're listening to Hawaii Money Resource every Wednesday night, 5 to 6 p.m. My name is Marko Miushkovic. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
.760 KGU.
Part of the Wall Street Business Network.
In a minute, I'm going to drown in this pool, surrounded by friends and relatives. That's because Dad thinks Mom is watching me, and Mom thinks Dad is. But actually, nobody is watching me. And you rarely make a sound when you're struggling the most.
Don't assume someone else is watching. Become a water watchdog at abbyshope.org.
The Grand Canyon. Oh, and what a great photo of your granddaughter.
Yeah, that's Katie. She's 10 and she never stops moving.
How did you keep up?
Oh, I couldn't have a few years ago. I had such pain in my legs back then, I was afraid my traveling days were over. When I finally told my doctor about it, I found out I have PAD.
Right. And what is PAD again?
Peripheral arterial disease. Clogged arteries in the legs. Can really affect your mobility and raise your risk of heart attack and stroke.
How do I know if I'm at risk?
Well, those of us over 50, especially smokers or people with diabetes or heart disease, are at risk. You should talk to your doctor about it. I'm glad I did. Now I'm back where I want to be, on the road again. Look, check this one out. Katie and I climbed this ridge.
Oh. Take steps to learn about peripheral arterial disease. Talk to your healthcare provider or go to www.aboutpad.org. That's aboutpad.org. A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the National Heart, Lung, and Blood Institute.
Every single year, millions of average Americans like you have their personal lives virtually destroyed. In an instant, you could lose control of your bank accounts, credit cards, and worse, your very reputation can be stolen and violated. If you or a loved one is a victim of identity theft, FastIDRecovery.com can help you get it all back. At FastIDRecovery.com, you can put your trust in experts in the field of credit score restoration, IRS fraud resolution, document and ID replacement, and more. Without a fully managed protection and restoration service like FastIDRecovery.com, it can take hundreds of hours and thousands of dollars to reclaim what identity thieves have stolen and fix the chaos they leave behind. Your peace of mind is as valuable as your assets, and FastIDRecovery.com will get everything back, including your sanity. Relief is a simple click away at FastIDRecovery.com. That's FastIDRecovery.com.
You're listening to Hawaii Money Resource with financial advisor Marko Miushkovic. If you'd like to speak to Marko, either on the air or after the show, call toll-free from Oahu and the Outer Islands, 877-695-2102. That's 877-695-2102.
Welcome back. You're listening to Hawaii Money Resource. My name is Marko Miushkovic, Senior Partner at Wealth Strategy Partners. You're listening to Hawaii Money Resource every Wednesday night, 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. 760 AM KGU or 95.1 FM. You can also stream live at HawaiiMoneyResource.com, or you can go to our second website, BusinessExitPlanningHawaii.com, and stream live as well. If you are there at BusinessExitPlanningHawaii.com, you can check all of our upcoming events. You can see that we have a big event coming up soon and shortly with the limited seating, so you are encouraged to go online and RSVP for this event. BusinessExitPlanningHawaii.com is also a resource for all the business owners, so they can learn and educate themselves how to position their business and how to prepare their business, so eventually they can exit that business in style, minimum taxes paid, maximum profits. Let's go back to our guest today. We have Rowland Chaulk, owner of F45. F45 is a training facility, first location located in Kahala, right across the street from Kahala Mall. Rowland, one psychological question. Will you do the same thing now when you know what you know after you start and operating and doing this franchise? Will you do it again?
Yes.
Will you do it the same way you did this one?
For the most part. Obviously, every time you do something, you learn lessons, positive and negative. And I think if you're smart, you take notes.
You'll learn from your own experiences.
Yeah, you figure out where the landmines are and don't step there next time.
Right. So give me a few examples so people know that we are not just talking theoretically.
We overspent on some items that we didn't necessarily need to. We in our marketing department there was supplies that we were kind of getting on. We needed them immediately. There was an immediate need, so we didn't really have time to shop and find necessarily the lowest price suppliers for some of the stuff we needed. Now we kind of know
T-shirts,
towels, various other things. Most of our equipment, since we are based out of Sydney, Australia, it comes from either Australia or Asia. So. But yeah, I mean, you learn the lesson and you don't
make the mistakes next time. What is the good thing that you will definitely replicate on your next location?
I keep going back to my staff and the people you have on your team. That's everything. We have F45 is a fantastic product. I believe in it. I'm passionate about it. I feel it's the best product out there. But it's 40% of my business model. The other 60% is my people, my team of people. And they're what make the system work. They are what brings it all together. They're the reason my customers come in and come back and feel great and are, they leave there happy. They show up happy and they leave there happier.
And healthier.
Yes, exactly.
Exercise workout business, workout in the fitness industry is driven by the number of members. It's driven by the membership. Members are repetitive business. It's recurring monthly. And starting the brand new franchise in Hawaii after so many other franchises here, how do you attract the members? Because there is only a certain number of, you have a limited pool of people. You don't have unlimited pool of people because we live on the island, so we have a X amount of people that can actually go to the workouts. They like to work out. How did you attract from the existing pool that is already shared with among the different franchises? How did you attract those people to come over and come and try the F45 instead of some of the competitors down the street?
I think a lot of that goes back to creative marketing. Certainly, we have a social media presence. I've got some folks on my team that are very good with that type of stuff. But not just that, but networking. The team that I have in place, they're very well connected in the fitness industry, in the fitness community. If we bring 10 customers in and we give them an unbelievable experience, one like they've never had, they're going to go tell 10 of their friends. So the theory goes.
So Coconut Wireless.
Yeah, exactly. And that has certainly been the case for us.
So marketing, creative marketing is number one. how long it took you to get, because you're fairly new, you're not open for like 10 years, you're just like within this year you guys opened, so it's fairly new. How far or how many months or a year or so before you open up the door you start recruiting people for or potential people that will come and become a members?
We started marketing 90 days prior to opening.
90 days.
90 days.
So
yep.
3 months. And what was the desired number that you wanted to hit before you think that this will work or not?
I think it's kind of one of those things. Aim for the stars, land on the moon. We originally our goals were 700 to 800. We passed those numbers. Then we said let's shoot for 900. And then this was initial members signing up for our trial and wanting to come in and try us out. We passed 900. Then it was like, wow, okay, let's see if we can do 1,000. We hit 1,000. We ended up at about 1,300 people who signed up with a trial membership. And then, once the trial membership was over, it was our job to convert them to permanent membership.
And how did you attract? Are the people mostly from that area where you at in Kahala, or from all over?
I'd say from all over. I mean, I don't want to say, we have a huge membership base driving in from North Shore, but we do have people driving from all over to come see us. I had a conversation with a lady this morning who drives from Kapolei all the way in, and she's there almost every day. So.
Oh, that's a commitment too.
Yes.
Is there any specific demographics of people that are right now members?
We cater to all types, and that's one of the beautiful things about F45. We have elite athletes, we have professional athletes, on one spectrum all the way to people who are starting the journey to lose 200 pounds. And the beautiful thing about it is everybody's embraced and welcomed, and they feel comfortable and they feel welcomed, and it's a great environment for all of those categories. I would say if I had to put a bracket on it, the lowest we can allow in is 16. So there is a line there.
Why is that?
Well, I'm sorry.
Why is that?
Just liability purposes. It's a franchise, and that's an F45 corporate rule. So the youngest age we can allow in is 16 and 17-year-old with the parents' consent. But as far as the limit on the age, I'd say, hey, if you can make it in, we can modify the workout to accommodate anybody. So
now, since you guys operating and running, like, what do you see like as a hurdle? Like, what kind of hurdles you guys dealing right now, and how are you overcoming them? Is it people that you like? Do you have enough staff? Do you have enough quality people that is working? The trainers? Is it like members are just like not coming back, or they are like? What is the issues you guys dealing right now, and how are you overcoming them? What is your on agenda this week?
I think the hurdle for our organization is always going to be, how do we achieve more? How do we become better? How do we improve the customer experience? And probably most importantly, how do we make this a better place for the staff to work at? Because if the staff is happy, you can bet your rear end that the customers are happy. That's just a fact. So our hurdles are, how do we continually evolve and improve? So
how you keep your staff happy? Because that can be a practical.
It's the invisible things. It's the invisible things. I think a great leader leads from behind. I think a great leader takes responsibility when things go wrong, and I think they give credit to their people when things go right. The invisible. I think the biggest predictor of success of any organization is going to be the culture you create, and we work night and day on our culture. Creating the right culture, the right environment, an environment where people can thrive, their opinions are, and they themselves are valued. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're the janitor of our facility or the owner of the building or whatever it is. Everybody's an equal, and we love everybody, and we treat everybody respectfully and the same, and that's the culture we.
Does a franchise provide this as a blueprint or you need to come with your own ideas?
As far as
just growing the culture and enhancing the environment, does franchise help, or is mostly internal?
The franchising is more nuts and bolts. The blueprint. You've got to as the owner of your franchise decide what your personnel policies are going to be. I'm certainly not anyone to sit here and say I'm right. It's what works for us.
Do you hire any outside help to help you with all this kind of stuff? Like, do you bring any consultants or any experts in certain areas, like where you can kind of how to grow and motivate your people, and like marketing, how to build the marketing around it, or like?
We haven't. Not to say that's not something we wouldn't do down the road. But like I said, it's a I don't want to say it's an everyday conversation, but it's an ongoing conversation amongst our staff. We are very open with communication, but positive or we don't like to say negative, positive or opportunistic, I guess would be the word. But we like I said, we have constant conversations about how do we improve the work environment, how do we make this a better place for you, how do we improve the customer experience. And when everybody's involved in the growth and the direction of the what you're doing, your master vision, they feel good about it.
So they contribute.
They contribute, and they're involved, and yeah.
Is there any a path for growth within the company? Like, how do people can grow? Because nowadays people like to grow in their career. If they don't have a career path, like, is there a career path? Because you come as a trainer, like, do you stay as a trainer all the time, or you can move up, or what is the potential for growth?
No, there's absolutely, we plan to grow and expand here in the islands, hopefully end up with 6 locations. So there will absolutely be opportunities for, training, management. And I think all the staff is well aware of that. But I'm also well aware that, hey,
there's a lifespan for a trainer.
Yeah, there is. I mean, let's face it, most of these folks aren't going to be trainers 20 years from now, and they're not going to be working for me, and that's fine. But some of them, they may want to move up, and that is a policy. We only promote from within. We don't bring people from the outside to all of a sudden, introduce them as, hey, meet your new boss. That's not how we operate. So
when you get into the franchise with F45, did you got a territory, or how did you do it? How is this set up?
Yes. So we purchased the Hawaii territory, and obviously we're the first ones here, and looking to expand as quickly as we can. Obviously dealing with the difficulties we discussed earlier. So.
Right. Let's talk a little bit about membership and different options, and then we're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to wrap up for today. Yep. So tell me a little bit about plans and how people can get involved with F45.
So our unlimited pricing is $189 right now. We're at tier 2 pricing, which there's still an opportunity to jump on that. It's $169 a month for unlimited. We do offer discounts for students, military. We have corporate discounts. You would have to inquire with Zach, which is our director of operations for pricing. One of the great things about F45, we are a paperless studio. There are no contracts. We don't require you to sign a contract. That's a vote of confidence on our part that you are going to love the product, and if you don't, you can leave. We have a saying: easy to join, easy to leave, easy to come back. So breath of fresh air when it comes to typical studio gym type contracts and policies.
Right, you need to put like $10,000 up front.
Yeah,
and do all kind of stuff.
That's not how we operate. Not at all. And that was one of the other things that drew me to F45. They're doing things differently.
Perfect. Why don't we take our last break for today? Today's guest is Rowland Chaulk. Rowland is the owner of F45. F45 training facility right across the street from Kahala Mall is in a Kahala. F45training.com/Kahala. My name is Marko Miushkovic. You're listening to Hawaii Money Resource. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
.760 KGU.
Part of the Wall Street Business Network.
Video games are still game changers.
And my lamp can bring others a bright future.
Because when I donate my stuff to Goodwill,
it helps fund job placement and training for people right in my community.
Now my stuff gets a second chance.
And will give someone in my community
a second chance too.
Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs. Find your nearest donation center at goodwill.org. That's goodwill.org. This message brought to you by Goodwill and the Ad Council.
People put a lot of thought into going into business, but not so much into how they'll get out, which makes it easy to get stuck. That's why Marko Miushkovic handpicks a team of lawyers, accountants, tax, and industry specialists to help you make your business exit plan. You get yourself into business, Marko will help you get out. Registered representative and financial advisor of Park Avenue Securities, LLC, PAS, OSJ 7 Hanover Square, New York, New York, 10004, 1-888-600-4667. Securities, products, and advisory services offered through PAS, member FINRA, SIPC, financial representative of the Guardian Life Insurance Company of America. Guardian, New York, New York, PAS is an indirect wholly owned subsidiary of Guardian. Wealth Strategy Partners, LLC is not an affiliate or subsidiary of PAS or Guardian. 2015-09890.
You're listening to Hawaii Money Resource with financial advisor Marko Miushkovic. If you'd like to speak to Marko, either on the air or after the show, call toll-free from Oahu and the Outer Islands, 877-695-2102. That's 877-695-2102.
Welcome back. You're listening to Hawaii Money Resource. My name is Marko Miushkovic, senior partner of Wealth Strategy Partners, also certified exit planner. You're listening to Hawaii Money Resource Wednesday night, 5 to 6 p.m. You can also find us online, hawaiimoneyresource.com, hawaiimoneyresource.com, or businessexitplanninghawaii.com. You can stream live, and you can also go and check out all of our upcoming events and register. Seating is limited, so I'm encouraging you to do that as soon as possible. Today's guest is Rowland Chaulk. Rowland is the owner of F45. F45 is training facility. It's a place for you to go and get a different experience. And if you didn't hear our show today, don't worry. The podcast will be up shortly, so you can download it and listen from the beginning. A lot of good information. It's an interesting story. It's a good new concept that you can become a part of. Location is kitty corner from Kahala Mall, right at the same location where there is the pet store, and there is a restaurants and subways, and it's like a little shopping center right across the street from Kahala Mall. Rowland, we usually ask 3 questions on the end of the show, and we're gonna ask those questions again today. First question is what is the future for the F45? Where are you gonna go?
I think I said earlier we're planning to build out hopefully 6 locations here on Oahu.
Is that number just like you come out with that number 6, or by some kind of research you figure out that's
research and conversations with corporate F45, and there are specific territories that we have already purchased that we're in various stages of lease negotiations and or construction.
Oh, so that is happening already.
Yeah, it's happening. Yes, it's already happening. Yes.
Okay, and what is the potential for ultimate growth, when it comes to the members?
As far as per location or total?
Total.
Our goal is 500 members per location. So we would hit our benchmark at 3,000 people, which I can tell you that with the team of people that I have, they're not going to be happy there at that number. They're always pushing it, which is part of what I love about them. But I think 3,000 members would be the minimum that we've got our
So
goal set
that's
at.
like you making a profit, you breaking even with you paying all the expenses, everybody's making money, and that's the number, ultimate number, right?
That's the number we'd like to be at. Yep. And you know, we're on track based on what limited data we have at this point with our new facility.
Perfect. We have 1 minute left. Let's talk about quickly how are you going to exit out of this business? Just quickly, 10 seconds.
10 seconds. I'll be completely honest with you. It's the first business I've owned that I haven't planned for that. I don't know that I want to.
Work in progress.
Work in progress.
Perfect. Last question. If someone is starting business out there, they want to get in, like, what is the word of wisdom?
I would say
10 seconds.
Be bold, but at the same time be humble.
Perfect. Today's guest, Rowland Chaulk. Thank you so much for being guest at Hawaii Money Resource.
Awesome. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
My name is Marko Miushko. Stay tuned. Do not change the channel. We'll be back shortly.
The Living Balance Sheet and the Living Balance Sheet logo are registered service marks of the Guardian Life Insurance Company of America, New York, New York. The graphics and text used herein are the exclusive property of Guardian and protected under U.S. and international copyright laws. Copyright 2005 to 2011. The Guardian Life Insurance Company of America. This show is for informational purposes only. Individual risk tolerance and investment objectives must be reviewed prior to making any specific recommendations. Marko Muscovich is a registered representative and financial advisor for Park Avenue Securities, LLC, 7 Hanover Square, New York, New York, 10004. Securities products, services, and advisory services are offered through Park Avenue Securities, a registered broker-dealer and investment advisor. 888-600-4667. Financial representative, the Guardian Life Insurance Company of America, New York, New York. Park Avenue Securities is an indirect, wholly owned subsidiary of the Guardian Life Insurance Company of America. Wealth Strategy Partners is not an affiliate or subsidiary of Park Avenue Securities or the Guardian Life Insurance Company of America. Park Avenue Securities is a member FINRA SIPC.